This is just horrible. This is not the way the gaming industry needs to go, folks, and it's sad. It's good for you Xbox folks, but it's not good for Nintendo and Sony people. Because there's some people out there who don't care to play Xbox. This hurts the way gaming is going, and it should not be applauded. This is not good. This is ridiculous. And I mean, look at this. People say, well, Sony's doing it with exclusives. Yeah, they paid and got Final Fantasy 16 on their console. They didn't go buy Square Enix. There's a difference. This hurts. I know people hate on this. You'll be like, Sony pony. Sony pony. Phil Spencer, you can kiss my fat ass.
What's up, gamers? I hope you guys are all having a great day today, just full of positivity and happiness, dude. We are going to be taking a look at a truly magnificent YouTube video here. Now, the title of this video is Microsoft Buys Bethesda, Bad for the Gaming Industry. And I mean, I think the title kind of says it all, dude. You know, we are going to be dealing with a very mentally stable individual that thinks it is a terrible thing that Microsoft is, you know, buying game studios, even though most of these fanboys that love to criticize Microsoft love to say Xbox has no games or whatever because they don't have enough exclusives or what. It's really stupid, bro. Like, a video game console in 2020 you really think would exist with 0 games? I mean, it's really stupid, but then again, you have to remind yourself we're dealing with fanboys here, so you really can't set your expectations too high. But I just find it really ironic that, you know, they screech and moan about how Xbox doesn't have enough first-party games, but the second they go out of their way to invest more money and decide, you know what, we're going to make some acquisitions to solve this problem that you guys have been complaining about for all these years. The second they do that, it's the end of the world because those games aren't going to be on PlayStation. You know, it's perfectly fine for Sony to go out and purchase studios, purchase exclusivity deals, but the second Microsoft decides, you know what, we're going to flex our wallet and go all out and buy some new studios, you know, it is the end of the world, and that's why you really just love to see it, dude. The hypocrisy is off the charts, and overall, this should make for a pretty entertaining YouTube video, to say the least. Now, the channel this video is coming from goes by the name of Picky Old Gamer, which, you know, I don't really think we need to hear much more after that. So I think without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and check out this absolutely fantastic YouTube video.
Hey everybody, Picky Old Gamer here, and I'm doing another video from the car.
You don't say. Just in case you guys were a little bit confused, he is in fact in his car. You know, I really couldn't tell. Big
news today that Microsoft, however you want to call them, ended up just buying Bethesda lock, stock, and barrel because they can't compete.
So wait, let me get this straight. Microsoft can't compete. So their decision in a market, which according to you, they are not able to compete in, was basically, well, it's not really working out well for us, so let's go ahead and dump another $7.5 billion into our gaming division and purchase Bethesda. I mean, if that doesn't scream desperation and inability to compete within a market, I don't really know what does, but it's perfectly fine when a company like Sony goes out and purchases a development studio like Insomniac. No, that's not a problem, man, because obviously Sony can compete. But when Microsoft does the exact same thing, but just takes it to the next level because they have actual fuck you money, unlike Sony, you know, it's a really big problem, and it's terrible for the video game industry because Microsoft did it and not Sony.
Since they cannot bring their own fucking Halo game out in the launch window and launch year of their fucking console, let's buy Bethesda, and so they own Doom, Wolfenstein, Dishonored, Prey, Evil Within, Fallout, and Elder Scrolls.
That's right, when you buy a studio, you get all the IPs that come with it. But what's going to be interesting about this video is this dude's basically going to make the point that Microsoft should not be able to make these franchises exclusive to the Xbox and PC because, you know, for some reason, it's perfectly fine when Sony does the same shit, but Microsoft doing it, that's taking it a step too far. I mean, you really just love to see it because, especially with PlayStation fanboys, these motherfuckers love to sit on social media and brag about the fact that other people do not get to play a video game. They take pride in the fact that a video game can only be played by people who own a PlayStation. They celebrate the fact that less people will be able to play a video game and somehow equate a game being exclusive to a platform and restricting the total number of people who are actually able to play it as increasing the quality of that game. Like, they think a game being restricted to one platform somehow makes it objectively better than a multi-platform title. Like, these motherfuckers are sick in the ahead. And the second that Microsoft claps back, it makes some games exclusive to the Xbox that they're actually interested in, they lose their fucking minds, dude. Honestly, it could not have happened to a better group of people. You know, I do feel bad for normal people who own a PlayStation who won't be able to play these games moving forward. Those normal people I do feel bad for, but the console fanboys, you get what you asked for, motherfuckers.
I've seen a lot of mixed reviews and responses about this, and what does it mean? Well, Game Pass is not going to get everything. Well, why wouldn't they? And now it could be told that Microsoft might not put everything out there, but
I didn't even realize this was still a debate. Microsoft said all of their games are launching on Game Pass. Microsoft now owns Bethesda and all Bethesda games. So wouldn't like basic reasoning tell you that all Bethesda games are going to launch on Game Pass for Xbox and PC? I mean, I didn't really have to think too hard about that one, but apparently this is a question that people are having still. I don't really know why that's the case, but you know, man, it's 2020. I really shouldn't expect too much out of people.
Folks, say this out loud with me. Halo is a first-party title. Halo is a Microsoft property. Makes sense, doesn't it? Clear your throat, say this out loud. Doom is a first-party Microsoft title. How does that sound to you?
I mean, I have to say, using Doom as your example here is probably like the worst one you could have come up with because, you know, Bethesda did not create Doom. They were not the ones who created this IP. They literally bought id Software, which then gave them access to the Doom IP, and now Microsoft has bought Bethesda, which now gives them access to the Doom IP. So I'm not really sure that was the best example to use, considering Bethesda did not even create that game, so I don't really know, but I don't get what the problem is here. Yeah, if Microsoft buys a studio, all of their games become first-party titles. That's how this shit works. Like, bro, literally your other example, Halo, was a multi-platform game until Microsoft bought Bungie and made it exclusive. So you are literally comparing two identical scenarios and acting like they are completely different. They're not, bro. It's the exact same scenario. I mean, it's just truly amazing to me that the second the shoe is on the other foot and Microsoft starts making acquisitions in the video game industry, they start locking down exclusives. You know, it's a huge problem. It is bad for the video game industry. But when Sony's out here making exclusive games, buying studios, paying for timed exclusivity deals, it's perfectly fine. And obviously Microsoft is only doing this because they can't compete with Sony. You know, dropping $7.5 billion, more than Sony as a whole makes in an entire year. You know, that really screams desperation.
It sounds weird, but now it is a first-party title, and that's where Game Pass is. All Microsoft's first-party titles and games go to Game Pass. So unless something changes, and it could, something could change. So wait, the news is developing. Everything Bethesda makes should go to Game Pass.
No shit.
Well, it's not going to affect anything else, PKO Gamer. You're just full of shit. You're just mad. You're a pony. No. Phil Spencer told Bloomberg that other consoles will get Bethesda games on a, quote, case-by-case basis, end quote. So basically, hey, guess what? We can't compete. We're buying Bethesda, so we own Doom, we own Elder Scrolls, we own all this other shit, and everybody else will get their games if we goddamn feel like it, or you kiss our ass.
I mean, I really just love this logic, dude. Apparently, Microsoft cannot compete because they want to keep their games exclusive to their console and the PC, but yet Sony and Nintendo do the exact same shit. You don't see Nintendo games on the PlayStation and Xbox, and you don't see PlayStation games on the Xbox and the Switch. I wonder why that's the case, but somehow that doesn't equate to them not being able to compete. So why the fuck would Microsoft go out and spend $7.5 billion on a game studio and then just operate it business as usual? If that was the case, they would just invest in the company and get their share of the profits. They didn't do that because they bought Bethesda to capitalize on unrealized earning potentials. Because let's say that Elder Scrolls only comes out on the Xbox and PC. If you want to play the game on console, you're gonna have to go and buy an Xbox. Guess what? Once somebody has the Xbox, they're more likely to buy games in addition to the Elder Scrolls, which means Microsoft is making money on every single sale of every single game on their platform. In addition, you're more likely to sign up for Game Pass, which equals monthly earnings for them. them. And then you also need Xbox Live Gold, which equals even more money. So the marketing potential of these games is where the real value is. Microsoft doesn't give a shit necessarily about pushing as many units as possible, because if that was the case, they would have just invested in Bethesda. I mean, this is some basic shit. I don't know why this dude is acting like this is some unheard of thing, that a company goes out, buys a video game studio, and from that point on, they make games exclusively for that platform. Like, literally look at Naughty Dog. You know, they haven't really released too many Xbox games recently, but I'm sure that's Sony just unable to compete in the video game marketplace, right, dude? I mean, where is that same energy?
Keep that same energy.
I mean, I really hate to give the dude any sort of credit, but Crap Gamer, you know, he really just outdid himself on this clip.
Keep that same energy.
This is a horrible thing for the gaming industry. This is horrible for people. I don't understand why everybody's clapping for it. I'm not bashing it. I know me, Cyrus and I think we've got a different opinion. Everybody knows that. I don't bash you for your opinion. Hell, me and him disagree on a lot of things. But, folks, Microsoft is trying to do Game Pass, and slamming Bethesda shit in there. Yes, makes it a better deal, but does it make Microsoft better?
I mean, you really have to love how he's downplaying this shit. Microsoft is literally giving their customers a better value for the service they're paying for at no additional cost to them. And this dude's literally acting like it's a fucking negative thing. Like, as a Game Pass subscriber myself, dude, like, I was really excited because let me just lay this shit out for you. For $10 a month, you are getting all of Microsoft's first-party games. You're getting access to a bunch of third-party games that swap in and out in between months. You're getting EA access for no additional cost. And now you're getting every single Bethesda game day and date when they release in Game Pass. Like, that's a fucking insane value. You cannot point to a better value in video games for $10 a month. Like, you literally cannot beat that. And them adding more value to their service for their customers at no additional cost is nothing but a positive thing. And this dude's sitting over here like a salty little bitch, acting like Microsoft is ruining the video game industry. Like, bro, I saw another video recently which was even more fucking cringe than this shit, which, you know, I'm kind of debating making a video on because, dude, I swear to God, these motherfuckers on YouTube are acting like video games are some fucking civil rights issue. Like, it's honestly fucking sad, but apparently this game called Genshin Impact has ruined the video game industry or is ruining video games. Let me know if you want to see me respond to this shit. But getting back on topic here, like, this is nothing but a positive thing for Xbox and its customers, which is what Microsoft is mainly concerned about. Oh my God, who would have fucking guessed? They're not really worried about people on PlayStation 5, but you know, Microsoft is single-handedly ruining the video game industry by offering their customers a better value. I mean, we're in a world where next generation games are going to cost $70, and Microsoft's sitting over here like, yeah, all of our games that release, all Bethesda games that release, the third-party games that we're going to cycle through Game Pass, and all of EA access, $10 a month, that's all you have to pay. You don't even have to buy the fucking games. And you know, we're going to sit here and talk shit about that and act like Microsoft is bad for video games. Like, yeah, get the fuck over yourself.
They bought Rare and fucked up Rare. God damn, people. What are they going to do to Bethesda? Bethesda has issues, but at least Bethesda is not completely a shit show like fucking Rare, where you can't even get hardly a good game out of the Rare, you know, the old lineup.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, but isn't Sea of Thieves Rare's like most successful game to date? It has like, what, 12 million players on it? I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure it is their best performing video game of all time. And yet this dude's sitting here saying, look at what they did to Rare. They completely killed it, dude. We saw how that turned out, and they're doing better than ever before. They got to make the video game that they wanted to. They were given creative freedom, and it paid off. If anything, this just shows promise for Bethesda, because hopefully if they get some cash injection from Microsoft, and Microsoft actually pays for them to maybe upgrade their engine, you know, put in some more money into the development, so, you know, we actually get a better game on release, it could be a positive thing. But of course, this guy is just ignoring any possible positive side effect and resorting to the typical console fanboy mentality of just saying Microsoft bad.
This is horrible. I feel disgusted that now Doom, something I've played on DOS since I was a fucking kid.
So now he's talking about playing video games on PC, but in reality, this deal is going to do nothing except ensure more games come to PC and the Xbox. So I don't really know what the problem is here, especially if you're looking at this through the lens of a PC gamer. If anything, you should be excited about this because you're getting a lot more potential for new games in the franchises you enjoy. So literally, I don't even know why this video was made, dude, especially if this guy plays on PC.
It's now Microsoft, and everybody's yelling, Sony needs to do the same thing. It's just good. Sony needs to go buy Konami. No, Sony shouldn't buy Konami.
I mean, honestly, that would be a good pickup for Sony, and Konami's not doing shit with their IPs, so honestly, it would be a good thing for gaming, but not according to this guy.
Microsoft shouldn't have bought Bethesda.
You still haven't told us why.
This isn't not way we have the industry go to where these big companies, Sony and Microsoft, even Nintendo, though Nintendo wouldn't do it. Sony and Microsoft, let's buy up all the gaming devs, so you literally had to buy both of them. How about you leave these big devs alone and make your own shit?
All right, let's talk business here, and this kind of ties in with what I fucking studied in college. It's project evaluation. So let's say you have the $7.5 billion. You're given the opportunity to create your own development team. So let's go through the process here. You have to hire game developers. You have to come up with a concept for a game. You have to create this game from scratch. That can involve creating an entire engine as well. You're talking 5 to 6 years possibly before the first game even comes out, and then who the fuck knows if it's going to be good, if people are going to give a shit about it. It has no name recognition because it's brand new. No one's ever heard of the studio before. Then you have the other opportunity. You have a company for sale, a large publisher that has a massive portfolio of existing IPs that people know and love. They're almost guaranteed to be financial successes. There's multiple dev teams with multiple projects already in active development, and you could start seeing games flow out almost immediately. Which one do you think you're going to go with if your entire new business model focuses around a subscription service that relies on you consistently adding new software to it to keep people subscribed? Like, it's a no fucking brainer. Microsoft is here to make money. And bro, be honest. If you were in their situation, which one would you pick? Like, be honest here. I guarantee you wouldn't wait 5 to 6 years, have to go through all that trouble, and potentially get a fucking dud.
Microsoft can't even make Halo work. I don't understand this. Other than Microsoft wants to boost up Game Pass and make their shit look better. Well, you know what? Whatever.
Damn, bro, that was a truly powerful statement right there. I would not be surprised if after hearing that, Microsoft decided to go ahead and cancel their entire plans. You know, years of planning, billions of dollars invested. If they just went ahead and decided, you know what, we're going to call it quits on Game Pass. This man has truly inspired us.
I'm not supporting Microsoft anymore. I don't want another Xbox, and I sure as shit will not go to some Microsoft product to play Fallout again. If I never can play another Fallout if I don't buy a Microsoft product, Phil Spencer, you can kiss my fat ass.
I don't know, guys. I think he may be a little bit salty.
Phil Spencer, you can kiss my fat ass. This is not good. This is ridiculous. And yeah, I mean, look at this. People say, well, Sony's doing it with exclusives. Yeah, they paid and got Final Fantasy 16 on their console. They didn't go buy Square Enix.
Yeah, because they can't afford it. If they had money like Microsoft, that might be a different story. But what you're basically saying is it would be okay if Microsoft went to developers and said, we will pay you to not release this game on the PlayStation 5. You're saying that would be okay. That would be preferable to them actually buying the studio, possibly putting money into it, and improving the games that they're putting out. You know, it would just be better for them to pay the company to not release that game on another platform. That is a very, very interesting take.
There's a difference.
Not really.
This is just horrible. This is not the way the gaming industry needs to go, folks, and it's sad. It's good for you Xbox folks, but it's not good for Nintendo and Sony people.
Actually, it is pretty good for Nintendo because Microsoft actually releases their games on the Switch when possible, so I think it's going to be fine for the Switch. But when you have a company like Sony actively paying to prevent games from releasing on the Xbox Series X, why the fuck would Microsoft give them anything?
Because there's some people out there who don't care to play Xbox.
I mean, there are tons of people who don't want to go out and buy a PlayStation, but, you know, they have to do that to play Sony's games, so GG unlucky.
This hurts the way gaming is going, and it should not be applauded. I know people hate on this. You'll be like, Sony pony, fuck off. Just fuck off. I'm not a Sony pony. I'm not even getting a fucking PS5. I just see this as a bad turn of events. It's just bad.
So my theory on what happened here and why this dude is so salty is because obviously he missed out on his PlayStation 5 pre-order, alright? He was not able to get his pre-order in, so he was already a little bit triggered over that. And then the news came out that Microsoft would be purchasing Bethesda, and that's what just really pushed him over the edge, bro. He needed to get into his car and make this rant video real quick just to blow off some steam, and overall it was very entertaining. But at the same time, I really just do appreciate the irony, because PlayStation fanboys are always the first to tell you, well, if you want to play this game, just go buy a PlayStation. And well, now you can take your own advice. If you want to play Bethesda games, go buy an Xbox. But anyway, guys, you know, I guess that's the main moral of the story. Fanboys are fucking cringe, and it's great to take any opportunity possible to laugh at their retarded asses. But anyway, guys, that is gonna do it for this video here today. If you did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like on it. I would greatly appreciate it. Luckily, I'm almost done with my midterms. Like, these past 2 weeks have been absolute hell, bro. I have my last one on Sunday, and then I have this big project due Monday. So after that, my schedule should open up. I should be able to upload a lot more frequently and get back to some semblance of an upload schedule, I guess you could put it. But yeah, apologies for not uploading. Like, these past 2 weeks have been literal cancer, dude. Like, honestly, I'm in the mode of C's get degrees, and I'm just trying to graduate at this point. And it's my first semester in grad school. So, you know, we're really just kicking it off with a strong start. But anyway, guys, as always, I want to thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to check out this video, and for all the recent support as well. You guys are the fucking best. Like, honestly, I really do appreciate all the support on this channel. It's been absolutely insane recently, and even without me uploading a lot frequently, like, you guys have just been absolutely fucking killing it. So I really do appreciate it, and thank you so much for that, and I will catch you guys next time.
I can